All right, guys. What's your scent of the day? Brandon here with Therapeutic Fragrance. Sorry for the laughs. Trying to do a first ever. Just kidding. It's not a first ever. First ever for me, my channel. I got a GoPro here for some B-roll footage for a food review I'll be doing probably in 3 weeks, 4 weeks time. I take them pretty seriously, which means this will be my first, this is my scent of the day, putting it on right now. Excited to put it on for you in the channel. This is an Insar Oud Suri Anka Simcoe. So this is a pretty special one from Insar. If you guys are familiar with Ouds, you would know it's it's up there on one of the special Oud pages up there. Anyways, this is my first wearing of it. Of course, I smelled the bottle, and and you can hear the GoPro acting up, so I don't know what that's about. Anyways, without further ado, let's put this on. Scent of the day. My openings aren't usually this long. This is a unique one for you guys. I don't know how it's going to translate on this. My GoPro should pick up everything. It's a 3-gram bottle, so it doesn't have a dipstick. So that is coated with oil. I'm going to actually do twice. I love my 3 ones I wear. I do it really, really thick. So I'm going to, I need to get a dipstick on this. There we go. There's a good drop. It's like a maple syrup, it looks like, viscosity. It's not running. This color that I've had before has usually ran like crazy. And it's not running, sticking there, so you guys can see that. You can see it show both cameras. This is unique. Oh my goodness, I can just get the projection now. You guys know my love for Oud. Little beard there. That's how I like to do it. Then just behind my ears, just have it floating around my head all day long. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining the channel. We're doing a review on Holy Wood by Nomenclature today. Nomenclature, another patchouli. You guys know what that is if you've been on the channel. We'll get to the review. Stay tuned. Thanks for being here. All right, guys, want to change the intro a little bit and apply the Oud for scent of the day. Hope you guys don't mind doing Nomenclature Holy Wood, part of the patchouli process. And with this patchouli thing, I already know. One of these, I think I have 2 ones left, minus the ones that are already pre-recorded. I have like 10 pre-records sitting in queue kind of thing. I think total of patchouli fragrances we're sitting at like, I want to say 14. But anyways, I'll do a top 5, maybe top 7. It depends if I have some favorites. I already know the 3. We'll see if a couple more pop in there, and we'll kind of put all that together and then just be done with the patchouli thing unless it comes up in a high-end fragrance. Who knows? EO4 might have a patchouli as a main note. Just kidding. Totally kidding. I have no idea, no inside on the EOs at all. Wish I did. Okay, Holy Wood. Nomenclature. This $165 for 100 ml, under the $2 mark. That's, I mean, if you like a fragrance and you're under that $2, you're really not losing much on it. So that's just a great price just for a good fragrance. So reviews tainted towards that. So there we go. That's a great price on that. The whole thought process behind this fragrance was there's a new molecule called Clearwood that's patchouli based. And this fragrance supposedly is one of the first ones to use that molecule in it. First time I could say that I've ever smelt it. There's definitely nothing I could identify with this molecule in any other the fragrances that I've been smelling If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I definitely, the other synthetic patchoulis or molecule patchoulis, definitely very distinct for me, and I can determine them pretty easily. So yeah, this is a Clearwood molecule developed for Firmenich. This fragrance was, it's a 21st century interpretation of the 70s whole patchouli Hollywood movement, hippie movement. So that's the thinking behind the fragrance that we have here. Again, patchouli, to me, if you like it or not, I go 50-50 on unisex on the patchouli fragrance. To me, it's it's just that note. It's a 50-50 note to me for that. This, I believe, is an eau de parfum. And what else do we have? Fragrance notes: pink pepper, Bulgarian rose, jasmine sambac, the Clearwood that I mentioned before, suede, and sandalwood. The opening, very bright, hid any patchouli really well. Just that, talking those first few sniffs right after the dissipation of the alcohol. The patchouli was hidden very, very well for me. Pink pepper was barely noticeable for me in the 5 minutes of that opening. And then this might be the Clearwood and the genius behind that molecule, but every ingredient slowly just started budding up in the next 30 minutes. The rose started to, the jasmine started to, and they played off of each other really well. That's funny. I somehow told my GoPro to play. I don't know what command gave it play from when I was talking. Anyways, back to Clearwood. Or the rose. Yeah, so jasmine and rose, very well used together. Not rosy at all, not really rosy at all. Not sure what kind of rose is used in this. I'm sure it's the synthetic one, but it's hidden very well to where it's not that red rose sniff that you're very used to in everything. The jasmine sambac, very creative. So it's good take on the two flowers. Yeah. As soon as the dry down started, the Clearwood molecule really started to show itself and what it was. It's a pleasing smell. It's very designed very well. I mean, there's scientists in there, and that's what they're spending hours and hours of doing, actually looking at the science behind the notes of patchouli and things we smell, and actually using all of that to make the molecules exactly how they smell. So again, to me, I have, it's literally like a keyboard. You just press a key and it just plays that note for as long as you want it. Just flat note, very well, does what it's promised, does nothing more, does nothing less. Whereas, you get a jazz piano player on those old funky pianos or whatever, his character shows through, his intensity for that night shows through, and the key differentiates all the time, kind of thing. On a natural patchouli. That's kind of how I have it. So, I mean, the Clearwood, not a bad thing. It's very consistent off the skin, if that's what you're going for. It's actually way more pleasing than the other synthetic patchouli that I've smelled at least 5 or more times in the other perfumes. So they've achieved something pretty good there, making progress there. I would like to go back to those scents with this in there and see, especially those soapy ones where I said everything got soapy and turned just bouncing off. I wonder if that would make a difference or not. It's fun to play with, fun to know what this stuff is. And with the Clearwood, again, the advertisement is it's half man-made and half molecule. It's kind of blending the best of both worlds. That's how they're marketing it. It's from sugarcane, from what I've read up on. So that's some info on Clearwood. At least they're being a little more transparent than other molecules. It's more information I've got off of other stuff, so that was interesting. Share that with you guys. I think it's a great take on patchouli. I like the synthetic note, this Clearwood, better than the other synthetic notes a lot. With now, of course, my mind wants to go play with my patchouli oils and rose, pure rose oil, and see how they play together. Now, I really, it's making sense to me, and all the Eastern perfumers already know this, even though we complain about it, that rose and oud is overdone. You get why. Oud's just the strong, just powerhouse note. So is rose. You know, you just got these two powerhouse type A personalities, so to have. Patchouli is a type A personality. It just can be loud. So rose might be a fun thing to pair, and just the real ones, and see how that works together. So I'm actually looking into fragrances. Maybe there might be a couple more patchoulis, but I'm kind of burned out. But I will, if things came up high in fragranic and notes, that would definitely entice me to sample right away. If there was some natural patchouli and roses out there. My favorite patchouli so far, I haven't revealed to you guys yet, is patchouli and vanilla. So that was interesting. And I've already reviewed tons of patchouli and vanilla. Half of these have patchouli and vanilla in them. But my favorite one's all natural both. And because they change, you know, just like the jazz piano player I talked about. All right. I think I have everything dialed in. Now I'm going to go back and just make graphics into each segment, and it'll get prettier and better as we go. And you guys will see where I'm going with everything. Again, early subscribers, thanks for being here. And my journey and seeing all my fumbles and being through this whole thing with me. It's from the first video to where I'm at, it's been a pleasure. And been fun, but you guys will see where I'm going. Eventually, this will get very polished and whatnot. And yeah, it's a fun ride nonetheless. So what I want to start doing is fragrance, in my opinion, compared to perfumers' notes. So I can definitely see what they're intending with the molecule. It's way softer than the patchouli synthetic one. It's needed. There's definitely a different patchouli that's needed. You hear so many complaints about people hating patchouli and staying away from it and running from the thought of it. So there needed to be a different synthetic version to get this out of people's minds, and mine too. That's why I'm on this journey. So if you're can't afford the naturals, I mean, this is a cheap ml to ratio, so I don't blame them for not using real patchouli. But you guys that are charging over $3 an ml, you need to put the real patchouli in your fragrances if that's your center stage note that you're doing. So this, for what this is, you know, $1.50, whatever an ml, the great molecule to have on a perfumer's arsenal. And there needs to be that level of fragrances. I really don't like it when you're paying $3 an ml and you get the synthetic that's dirt cheap to put into the bottle. That's where I'm judging hard. So here is a way softer judgment. This is a great, inexpensive fragrance to have in people's arsenal who like these kind of fragrances and scents and want this accord on their skin throughout their day. So that's a good thing. The rose and jasmine came through perfectly on this. Again, pink pepper, sandalwood was listed. Very, very faint for me. Even in the dry down, maybe a little bit of butter, that butter accord that is in the synthetic sandalwood, if you guys know what I'm talking about, barely came through, but it was hidden. The Clearwood covered it up. That's what I have. Let's go to scoring on Holy Wood. Addictiveness, 11 out of 15. Projection, 4 out of 5. Longevity, 4 out of 5. Composition, 20 out of 25. Ingredients and price to ml, 20 out of 25. Great bargain on this one. Top, heart, and base. Top, I put an 8 out of 10 on this one. Heart, 3 out of 5, and a base 8 out of 10. Gives a score of 78. Decant this all day long and have in your arsenal. Definitely price ml on this is it's going to get points for that for sure. This is an any time of year fragrance. Definitely, I would see it as a daytime mostly. Maybe a quick nighttime. Nice layering in nighttime. It does last 12 hours, so keep that in mind. Who I see wearing this? Andy Warhol. Just because the whole creative molecule thing. I mean, Andy Warhol was just a creative kind of guy. So that's what I have. How many sprays? 1 or 3 for me. That is Hollywood by Nomenclature. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for joining me. Peace out and be blessed. Just in case you guys wanted to see the juice, oopsie, I forgot it. I'll see where I'll jump this in the video. It's just white. Again, atomizer sample, which I adore. It came like this, didn't have to put it in the big patchouli pack. This is part of that patchouli pack I bought from Indigo. So it's all white, not much to show, but always like to show. People have asked about the bottle before. And gotta love that juice. Anyway, guys, that's the juice.